60 days ago, I pulled my credit and saw a 580 staring back at me. Now, I'm a 55-year-old black man who's built wealth, owned businesses, and raised a family. But that number still mattered. Today, that score is 680, and it did not happen by accident. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 3 moves I made in 60 days, so you can stop guessing and start being intentional with your credit. Let me show you how a few disciplined decisions can rewrite your financial story. Now, I want you to understand something. I wasn't broke. My businesses were doing well, investments were healthy. But that 580 score, it meant higher interest, less leverage, and the system treating me like I hadn't done the work. I've seen too many of us work hard, make good money, and still get penalized because the credit file isn't in order. So I treated this like a 60-day project, not chasing every trick on the internet, just 3 high-impact steps that actually move the needle. First move, I went straight at my credit utilization. One card was merely maxed out, and that one card was dragging the whole score down. Listen to me. You don't need to pay everything to zero overnight. What you do need is to get each card under about 30% of its limit before the statement date. Not the due date, the statement date. That's the snapshot the bureaus are looking at. I redirected extra cash flow from some comforts I could live without for a couple of months. Dinners out, impulse buys, even a trip I decided to push back. Every spare dollar went toward that one card until it dropped under that 30% mark. That alone gave me the biggest and fastest jump. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. Control what reports, and your score follows. Second move, I used what I call the legacy play. I became an authorized user on a family member's card. Not somebody reckless, not someone figuring it out. Someone with a 15-year clean payment history and a strong limit. Here's the key. The person you choose must be responsible. On-time payments, low utilization, no drama. When they added me as an authorized user, their history didn't make me rich. I was already fine. But it did make my credit profile look more mature, more stable, more trustworthy. Third move, I became a detective on my own name. I pulled my full reports from all 3 bureaus and went line by line. No rushing, no skimming, just me, a cup of coffee, and my financial record. I found one small error, nothing dramatic, but it didn't belong there. I filed an online dispute, attached what I needed to prove my point, and then I waited. About 30 days later, that error was gone, and my score moved again. Sometimes the difference between fair and good is simply correcting what shouldn't have been there in the first place. Over those 60 days, I watched the changes hit. First, the utilization fix, then the authorized user account, then the cleaned up report. One morning, I refreshed the screen. 680. The biggest lesson? Money alone doesn't fix credit. Discipline, focus, and information do. Not every credit move is equal. Opening random cards, chasing every hack, that's noise. Now I want to hear from you. What's your credit goal for the next 60 days? Not 10 years from now, just the next 2 months. Drop it in the comments so you can put it in writing. And if you want more real-world, no-fluff conversations about money, credit, and building lasting wealth, go ahead and subscribe. Around here, we don't chase hype. We build wisdom and we build wealth, one intentional decision at a time. Signing off, this is AKG, and you are watching The Stability Code. God bless.